Children are being burnt. They have no food, no shelter, no clothing. It's never I have seen in the history of India. I'm 73 years old. Never in the history of India this kinds of barbarous treatment I have seen. It's barbaric, lawlessness. It's not democracy, it is mobocracy. It is the mob who are controlling Manipur today. From 5:30 in the evening, they are shut down. It's a ghost town, Imphal. Unbelievable, inhuman, immoral, unjust. The unfortunate thing, the government machinery miserably failed. Miserably failed. The people have taken up the control of the state. We went round. Every 10 miles, 3 miles, there were blockade by Meitei women.
Also, sir, you said that the mob has taken over Manipur. It's the mob that is ruling Manipur now. So what exactly explains the statements that are made by the Chief Minister, who says that they are trying to bring things under control? Are they doing anything?
One Hindu man told me, I don't know, it's right. He said, 4 people can make this end. He said, Mohan Bhagavat of RSS, Prime Minister Modi ji, Home Minister Amit Shah ji, and Yogi ji. If they get together and they give an order, it will be stopped within hours. That's what some people, Hindu people told me. Everything is depending on our Prime Minister and the PMO and the central government. They have to take the initiative to save from annihilation of these communities. We don't know why it's a mystery. It's a mystery.
Hello and welcome to the News Minute. For the past 1.5 weeks, India is angry, India is outraged, India is asking questions as to what exactly is happening in Manipur and why is the government unable to prevent. The opposition parties are reflecting these sentiments on the floor of the House. The parliament is on a logjam. There is a standoff between the ruling BJP and the India Alliance and the opposition parties. The opposition parties are moving a no confidence motion on Manipur. They say that the Prime Minister should address the Parliament and the Prime Minister remains defiant. He has not broken his silence on what exactly is happening in Manipur and why is Manipur burning. And the questions are being asked time and again, but there are no answers from the ruling dispensation. To talk about this, I have with me Dr. Babu Varghese. He is someone who has visited Manipur. He is a senior journalist and an author, and also an advisor for the Christian media organizations. Thank you so much for talking to us, sir. You visited Manipur. Tell us what exactly is happening in Manipur. You visited both the Kuki areas as well as the Meitei areas. So what exactly is happening in Manipur and what's the ground situation?
I visited for 5 days along with Reverend Dr. Johnson Beckerdale and 3 TV crew. Asianet was with us also. Then Shekinah TV and Goodness TV. We traveled around. We had some kind of protection because of the media from the Manipur police commandos. That's how we could come back safe. It's, as you said, it's horrific. There are no words in the dictionary to explain what's happening in Manipur now. It's barbaric, lawlessness. It's not democracy, it is mobocracy. It is the mob who are controlling Manipur today. You can be lynched anytime, you can be attacked anytime. We traveled for hours and hours from morning 8 to late night. But from 5:30 in the evening, they are shut down. It's a ghost town, Imphal. Unbelievable, inhuman, immoral, unjust. There are no words available. Thousands and thousands of people crying. They are dead. So many have died. The numbers keep changing. Where it is moving. No human being can stand in that.
And you traveled both, in the valleys as well as in the hills. So let me
Yes, we
ask
traveled.
you first, what is the situation in the hills? That is where, there's a lot of trouble is what we are reading in the papers.
Yes.
So what exactly is the ground situation there, sir?
Yes. There are several tribal people staying there, Kukis and Meiteis, Nagas and Mar community, several of them. They have been living very, very happily over the years. But suddenly there was an attack. They had a Kuki marching and parade, and at the end of it, everybody knows what happened. A systematic execution of a planned attack, that's what they claim has happened. Now, when that happened, there was no one to help. We went to Churachandpur area. Now, geographically and demographically, Manipur is divided into two. The valley belongs to the Meitei, the hills belong to the Kukis. No Meitei can go to Kuki area, and no Kuki man can come to the Meitei area. Total devastation and destruction. So much of mistrust. The unfortunate thing, the government machinery miserably failed. Miserably failed. The people have taken up the control of the state. We went round. Every 10 miles, 3 miles, they were blockaded by Meitei women. They blocked us. They checked every document, but there are police people watching helplessly. Without their permission, we can't go 1 inch. In one case, I was compelled to make some statements on some gods. I kept on saying, Namaste, Namaste. Meanwhile, a police commando came and whisked us off. It's very unfortunate. But, Shabbir, I tell you, this is not a fight between the Hindus and the Christians. It is not. But we met a lot of Hindu leaders and other leaders. They said, in Hinduism, we don't kill. But they said, the extremists, he used the word terrorist, but I don't want to use that. He said the extremists did this, especially two groups of people, Arambai Tambe and the other one, Kuki Meitei Lupin. They are the people. And we have, including you, would have heard a man saying, Mr. Singh saying, annihilate, wipe out the Christians and the Kukis. So our allusion is that we think it's a systematic eradication of the communities. Now, as a breaking point, I would like to tell you it's not only Christians. This may be the first time as media it is said. There are a group of people known as Jews, Manasseh Jews there. Over 5,000 now there. 2 synagogues and 2 Jews were killed. They are a very strong group. 5,000 of them had already gone back to Israel. One Jew told me in Churachandpur, he said he escaped. As he was escaping from Meitei fanatics trying to shoot and kill him, he somehow ran, but he heard them saying, you Jehovah people, you Jews, you Christians, this is not your place. You go to Jerusalem, you go to Israel.
Okay, you're telling me that even Jews who are living in Manipur have come under attack. Their places of worship have come under attack.
Exactly. 2 Jews were killed and their 2 synagogues were burnt down. The foreign minister, Eli Cohen, came and he discussed it.
Also, sir, you said that the mob has taken over Manipur. It's the mob that is ruling Manipur now. So what exactly explains the statements that are made by the chief minister who says that they are trying to bring things under control? Are they doing anything?
Nothing practically we see. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's no government answers there. Lawlessness. Absolutely. You can't move 1 inch without the permission of the Meitei women. You can't move. Most of the shops are closed. The hotel we stayed, there is nobody, no tourism, nothing. Total economic breakdown, total disaster. People are crying. No business, no food, no clothing, no shelter. I visited more than 20 refugee camps belonging to everybody. See, they don't want to call them to be refugees. Can you imagine? You are a refugee in your own country. Who orchestrated this situation? Arms. Who? How they got the arms? But the Kuki people said, we want peace. All them, Naga said, Meitei people said, we have to deal with the perpetrators. We should find out what is the government doing. Who are these people? One professor of political science told me, we need to find out who are the master brain behind this. That is the job of the government, to find out who is this master brain. There is somebody. It is orchestrated. It is carefully executed.
So when you say it is carefully executed, on what basis are you making this, remark? What proof do you have to say that this is basically a systematic attack on Christians, or they are going after the minority community? On what basis you place this argument?
It's an allegation they have. They are making, because the two groups which I mentioned, they have been working on it, and the statement by promoting itself is true. That is the thing they say. He on a channel, he said, you have heard that. He said, annihilate the Christians and the cookies. We will do it. He's not arrested. Nobody. They are the people. They too have been making this for months. That's what the people of Manipur telling us. It's not I did it. It's there. It's allegations. But it is up to the government to prove these allegations, whether it is right or not.
So can you tell us the instances of the violence? How badly the Kuki community is affected, how badly the Meiteis are affected in this violence. Can you just share some details of your visit, sir? When you met them, what did they say? What is the sentiment that is prevailing among both the communities there?
Yes, we spoke to a lot of Meitei Hindus there. They were living so happily. And they said, we do not want this to continue. We are not the people who did it. He said a very small group of extremists did it. We should be relieved of their rule. They are the people who are ruling Manipur. That's the issue, sir. But the government, unfortunately, they say, is unwilling to deal with them or incapable of doing that. They have become helpless. One Hindu man told me, I don't know, it's right. He said, 4 people can make this end. He said, Mohan Bhagavat of RSS, Prime Minister Modi ji, Home Minister Amidst ji, and Yogi ji. If they get together and they give an order, it will be stopped within hours. That's what some people, Hindu people, told me. It's not my proposal. It is absolutely tragic. There's blood, Manipur smells blood. Manipur's soil is turned to black and grey because of the burnt down churches and houses. Both the parties. Very unfortunate. See, in Churachandpur, where they have a memorial, and there they said the latest story is this: 27 tribal women killed, 7 raped, 11 beaten to death, 2 burned to death, 5 shot dead, 5 we don't know what it is. They say out of the 160 people reported dead, 119 were Kuki people. Then Kuki said there are 129 dead. That's what again they say. The list is increasing. More than 800 people injured, and 357 churches were burned down. 4,560 houses were burned down. 292 villages absolutely gone. We visited. We visited a place where this naked parade took place. It was the same place. All the houses were burned down. We stood on a ground, including with the TV people. There, many people died. 7 dead bodies were left to the vagaries of nature. They didn't do anything. And the and the dogs came, had a heyday, not even buried. We went
So
there,
the
we stood there. Yes, this
so
was
the dead
situation.
bodies the dead bodies are lying on ground unattended. There is no one to clear those dead bodies or give them a you know respectful burial. Nothing is happening
Yes,
on ground.
no, it's a 2 month old story. Somehow the dogs would have done that. Maybe later on somebody took it. Now there was no remnant of any of the body where we stood, but only in ashes and rubbles.
And what about the valley, sir? What is the situation in the valley? And how?
In the valley,
And you said you also made a point. You said that if you have to enter the Kuki areas, then you have to cross the Maite areas. You have to get clearance from them. They are the ones who are
yeah,
blocking the way. So
yeah.
what exactly is happening? What was the exchange like when you wanted to go to the other side and see what exactly has happened there?
Yes, we traveled through the whole around 63 kilometers from Imphal is Churchandpur. Churchandpur is the border. Churchandpur border from onwards, it is managed by the cookies. So all these places we traveled 63 kilometers, at least 15, 20 times we were checked
Checked by
because
whom?
all those
Checked by whom?
pardon, by
Checked by
Meitei
whom?
women, Meitei women, Meitei women blocking the road, and police people are there. Yes, because we were media people and we had a Naga man taking us around in his gypsy. Naga men are accepted by both cookies and the Meiteis. So he speaks. That man, smart guy. He speaks 7, 8 languages. They're friendly. They said we are media people and all going around. So they allowed us to go. Yet, tell you one of our after we left, Reverend Johnson was there. He was asked to give money to these women, a particular group of women. They said he had to give all the money that he had. Later on, somebody told me they used that money for buying arms. Again, he was told that any Meitei woman unwilling to join the blockade, the team, each house will be fined 500 rupees. We checked with that. This is happening. Now the Meitei women has taken over the control of Imphal city and all 63 kilometers till we reach Churachandpur.
And what is the situation on the other side, the Kuki areas?
The other side also, Kuki women we once we got in. Now we crossed because police commandos escorted us and took us to the Kuki area. Kuki area also there was checking very little, one or two places just as we entered the border. At the border, they didn't check us. The driver, the man who took us, he was asked who are they. He said they are from Kerala, but Tamil Nadu and other places. They have no problem. They are media people. They said just go. They didn't check, but they definitely they checked the identity of ours. They did that. They do that. But if any other person other than the people whom they wanted to have, they will not allow. Same thing. Same attitude is the same. They
So
wanted to
you
check whether
what you saw was a complete division of Manipur. The people of Manipur
yes,
are divided on
yes,
between two communities.
yes, geographically and demographically.
So when you say
Geographically, no, it is
demographically, what do
valley.
you mean by that?
Demographically, though it's true. You cannot a cookie man can never come to Meitei area to the valley. A Meitei man can never go to the hills. That's the problem. Yes, it's complete. The Meitei people can use the airport. No cookie can use the airport. But the other side, in the hillside, all the borders are guarded by cookie people, so no Meiti can go. Nobody understands the total devastation taking place, the mental agony, the economic breakdown. This is beyond. It's like it's a war situation. Who bothers? We see a deadly cocktail of politics and religion playing havoc in Manipur and other places.
So why do you say that? Why do you say that it's a deadly cocktail of religion and hate politics?
That's what the Aramba in the other group promoting. That's what people say. It is religious too. It is not Hindu Christian, Hindu Jews. Let's make it very clear. They said we all live happily. Even Meitei people said we are living happily, we have no problem. But a small group of misguided people are using this for vested interest. Some say there's an economic problem in the hillside. I met a geologist. He's one of the very senior leader with the geology department. He said they have found petrol and diamond and certain other minerals 10 or 15 years ago. It seems the central government has given license to a few companies, 7 or 8 companies, a few years ago. But the constitution says no tribal land can be taken without their consent, right? So to remove that constitutional restriction, physically they are being wiped out. These people who have this, they live on this land having petrol, they are being wiped out. That is what Mr. Singh said. We will wipe them out so they can have all this land.
And also you spoke about the role of the Nagas. They are being accepted
Yes.
by both sides. How important is
Very,
their role?
very,
So what
it is-
exactly are
I
they
tell
doing?
you. Yes, Shabbir. Now Nagas and Mar community can do a lot to bringing peace because they are both mutually acceptable. Nagas, though they had earlier Naga and Kuki fights, we met all the leaders of them. They said we want peace. We are men of peace. They say Nagas and Kuki. They say we are followers of Jesus Christ. They said peace. Blessed are those who bring peace. So we are peacemakers. So that is what they are trying. We met a senior leader. They said we are all ready. If the government calls us, we are all ready to negotiate. That is why Maitis love these Naga people. You know, by the way, the chief minister's second wife is a Naga, Biren Singh. So Naga is not attacked at all. That is why we also could go, because a Naga man was driving us around. So Naga can go all the places. Both the people have good consensus between them.
So now, to bring back peace in Manipur, it's important that the government of India should step in and do something about it. But do you see the political will to address this problem on the side of the government of India? Forget about what the state government is doing. The state government has miserably failed, and that's something that is visible, that you can see. But what about the central government, the role of central government here? How do you see this? For the past 2 months, the Prime Minister has not spoken about it. Then what does it mean?
When children are being attacked, the father keeps mum for 82 days. Now, totally devastated Manipur. There is no state machinery in Manipur. So everything is depending on our Prime Minister and the PMO and the central government. They have to take the initiative to save from annihilation of these communities. We don't know why it's a mystery. It's a mystery. No government will do like that. If they want, if there's a will, there's a way. There's no will. We have seen it. Why? Even small riots, our Prime Minister had to stop it. He can do it within 2 hours. We can do that. Why this reluctance? It's a mystery. Why this silence? Everybody has been asking on the challenge. Hundreds of people have been asking. Globally, people have been asking. Prime Minister Modi ji, get involved, start action. Nothing. I don't know. Which father will do like this? Children are being burnt. They have no food, no shelter, no clothing. So it's never I have seen in the history of India. I'm 73 years old. Never in the history of India this kinds of barbarous treatment I have seen. Rapings, women taking children of the other tribe from out of the hostel and giving to the boys to rape and kill them. Parading, don't you have sisters? Don't you have children? What is this barbarous attitude? These barbarians ruling us or what? Huh? If I say all these things, I'll have a problem. But don't worry. Fear and lie has become the foundation of India today.
And like you
who
said,
can make our pardon?
Like you said, sir, if there is a will, there is a way. But do you see
Yes.
a will, and do you see a way forward for normalcy to return in Manipur? Do you see that happening?
See, you have seen several tribal leaders, several Meitei leaders who are impartial. They have tried to take an appointment with Prime Minister Ji. He never gave. MLAs. There are MLAs, a BJP MLAs living in Delhi. My friend Johnson met them. They are hiding. BJP MLAs themselves trying to get who fled Imphal. They are also trying to get some kind of relief to this, but nobody is there. He is there. Nobody is there here to listen to the cry, to the tears. If the father is unwilling, what can we do, children? It's very simple logic.
And my
There is
last,
somebody.
yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The desire of the people is that enough is enough. I tell you, Hindus, they are not part of any of these things. They say Hindus and tribals say, let us live together. But then they told us two things. Cookie leaders wrote to me. Two solutions, political and spiritual. Say that politically, it is entirely depending on the central government. Cookies are crying for separate administration. And some Meitei say separate administration, declaring it as a union territory, which is all to be decided by the central government. Secondly, he said spiritual. He said we need to love one another, care for one another. That's what we have been living for. We are not perfect people, but we need to start caring for. They said, the leader said, this is Gandhi's principle. Gandhi said peacemaking. The whole problem is a clash between harmony and hatred. This has been perpetrated over the years. We saw it in Dang district, in Kandamel. We saw this with the Baripada, Graham Stains. We saw it in Chhattisgarh, in UP. Hundreds of people are being put in the jail without even bail for months, not even bailing, because they preached about Christ Jesus. So the Christians and the Jews feel it is an orchestrated ethnic cleansing and genocide. So this has to be addressed globally. We are requesting the Prime Minister, please stop.
My last question to you. If the fire in Manipur is not stopped, it's not prevented, what happens, sir? You are a senior journalist, you're an author, you have seen these kind of instances in the past. You may have also reported about it. But if this situation is not addressed now, then what happens next?
This fire of hatred will engulf the whole Middle East. You have already, all Northeast. You have already seen what's happening in Mysora. You have seen it. People are fleeing. Rumor and fear. It will go to other places. Everyone in the Northeast, they are living in fear. Democracy. So they don't know what will happen next moment. People themselves, there's no internet. Can you imagine? I went to the Director General of Electronics, where thousands of youth are gathering for 10 minutes for internet. We also could not broadcast. He made his best to give us, but then there's a media house opposite the BJP office. There, the media only could go, so we could telecast just little. See, limited. Even today, they say internet open. No, I checked this morning. They say it's nothing, it's only partial. There's no phone. 82 days you can't communicate where your children are. Nobody knows what. We are very proud of digital India, but what is happened is this is the consequence of digital India. They can't have an ATM. They can't talk to anybody. There is no phone. Total anarchy. Barbarous situation. Killing. We are pleading. That's all. It's a political mind, a way, a will. That is the thing. Why, my Prime Minister Ji, you are silent? World is asking him. I don't know why. It's a mystery. Who is behind making him silent and not open and do something? When Manipur is bleeding, you know about Nero. Huh? You know that story. When Rome was burning, Nero was fiddling. Sorry to say all these things. Our Prime Minister, our leaders, it's not an accusation. It's a situation which I have seen. There's no milk of human kindness. We are all children. Let us not divide people. We are a pluralistic, loving, secular, democratic country. There is freedom. Freedom that Article 25 says every citizen, irrespective of what he believes, has the freedom to profess, practice, and propagate. Just the Prime Minister need to abide by the Constitution and give freedom to everybody to live the way within the civic laws. That's all. That's all. Prime Minister need to say just one word: stop all these things, live in happiness. That's all. This is not rocket science, Rami. Simple. As a leader, he should have gone. Even Biray Singh should have. The first instance, people say the first instance, what happened in Chorachandpur, Chief Minister should have gone. Come on, let us keep. What has happened is happened. Let us keep peace. No, there is a calculated move by somebody. I don't want to blame. That's a government to find it out.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for talking to us and sharing your details about your visit and what exactly is happening in Manipur. The situation appears to be very grim, and we hope and pray that normalcy returns and the government, both the state government as well as the union government, does something about it. The Prime Minister speaks about this issue and addresses this problem. Thank you so much, Mr. Babu Abraham, for talking to the News Minute.
Thank you so much, News Minute. Thank you. Thank you.